love styles of the rich and famous, and this romance proves truth is stranger than fiction. Linda Evans packed her bags in 1988 for a well-earned break from Tinseltown's treadmill. Feeling frazzled by the fray, she sought a secluded sanctuary far from the bright lights and big city. Linda relocated to the rugged wilderness of Washington State, with no inkling that the love story of a lifetime was about to unfold. In her new environment, she took time to reflect upon a career spent in the spotlight. She also became enchanted by the mesmerizing sounds of a contemporary composer. That she was 12 years senior to the man who would become her soulmate never figured in the emotional equation. At first sight of Yanni, Linda heard a symphony of love.
That old cliche. I took one look at you. I mean, for me, it was unbelievable. I never, ever felt anything like that in my life. I fell in love with him the moment I saw him.
Not bad, considering it was a whimsical act of Linda's that led to their very first meeting.
I called him because I loved his music, and I'm one of his biggest fans, and I wanted him to know how much I appreciated what he did. I mean, I had no idea I was calling him, and that I would end up falling in love with him, but...
I'm glad you did.
The connection was so uncanny, they decided to rendezvous. What then transpired will forever remain their secret. Suffice it to say that after 2 failed marriages, Linda's belief in hearts that blaze was restored by her Greek maestro, who struck the right chord.
He wasn't afraid to live and feel emotions, and that he was capable creatively of capturing them in music and sharing them with people, that this was someone who really knew how to live life.
Yanni turned the music world on its ear with 6 top-selling albums. The former championship swimmer came stateside in 1973 with little money and even less English. He developed a unique, uplifting style of music that devotees swear could stop a ticking bomb. The cult idol says his good vibrations are all in the genes.
I was very fortunate that I grew up in a very sheltered and loving environment. Mom and Dad were, and still are, just real special people, and gave me a lot of love. So I learned how to trust love.
Though Yanni knew all the keys to romance, he too had hit so many sour notes he doubted he'd ever find the right score.
Personally, the last 3 or 4 years before I met Linda, I had been isolated. I had sort of given up.
The devoted duo share a Mediterranean-style love nest on 5.5 acres atop the hills of Washington State. An exclusive peek into their very private photo album shows a couple in divine harmony, happy to be at one with nature and each other.
We like physical activity. We enjoy it. So we get around at her house. We have a boat and swimming and water skiing.
But at Yanni's home, which also doubles as his studio, it's mainly work. Linda is the quiet strength that inspires him to spend up to 14 hours a day on his music. She knows that on this labor of love, he must be alone.
I have to be isolated to some degree. Everything in my life has to become background, and it takes a very strong human being to be able to take that sort of, I don't know if the correct word is neglect, but sort of they're falling in the background for a day or two, to be able to take it and go, fine, I know he loves me, and enjoy it.
Such understanding wins very special thanks. Yanni's album, Reflections of Passion, is dedicated to Linda.
You see, I have written a lot of music because of Linda, since this come to my life. And when you become that emotionally involved, I'm moved inside. I'm moved very much. It definitely is very inspirational. And I use her if I'm nervous. I play to her.
The former crown jewel of the Carrington dynasty finally found what her heart had been aching for.
I'm so happy, and I love this great feeling that I have. Everything seems a lot nicer when you're in love, somehow.
Can an old-fashioned chorus of Here Comes the Bride be far away?
How about being in love for a while and romantic?
For Linda Evans, life is an enchanted concerto now that love is crystal clear.